Okay, good morning students. In previous session we discussed about the whole syllabus of network technology as well as administration with SU. After that we also discussed what is exactly computer network and how computer network requires in industry. So in today's lecture, we discuss use of computer network, where we can use the computer network or where actually the uses of computer network. So first of all, we know computer network architecture. If there is more than one system or more than one class or more than one object available and they want to communicate in between, then there is a specific architecture required. Using this architecture they can communicate easily. So computer network has also a basic architecture, network architecture. We can derive this architecture in two categories. These are peer-to-peer network or client-server network. Computer network architecture is defined as a physical and logical design of the software, hardware, protocols and media of the transmission of data. So from the definition we may derive the exact goal. What is architecture? What definition says? Architecture defined as, so we can say that in computer network architecture it includes first the physical and logical design of software. Now question arises, what is physical arrangement? What is physical design of a software? That means how you can access the remote data. What are the mechanism? What are the technology using that we can access the remote data from one system to another system? That is a physical arrangement. And logical design of a software means what are the flow? What is the flow of data retrieval and data sending? In which pattern we can transmit our data? That is a logical design of a software. Hardware, which hardware devices are used in computer network? Hardware devices are used like first of all our computer system, another one, and that is transmission medium. If there is more distance between two or more clients, then we have to use devices like switch, router, repeaters, hub, etc. These are the physical devices that are hardware devices. Protocols, set of rules in which particular pattern, in which arrangement we are sending or receiving the data from one system to another system, that is protocol. And media of transmission, on which media we are transmit our data. That may be wired computer, wireless computer. If you are using wireless computer, then we can use laser or infrared or Wi-Fi devices, whatever. And if we are using wired medium, then different types of cable. Okay, so once again we repeat the definition of computer network architecture. What it says? Computer network architecture is defined as the physical and logical design of the software, hardware, protocols and media of transmission for the data. In simple words, we can say that how computers are organized and how tasks are allocated to the computer. There are two basic fundamental things. First one, how computers are organized. What is the pattern of computer organization? And another one, how tasks are allocated to the computer. So combination of these two tasks, we can say that that is a fixed computer network architecture. In this image, we can see first one, that is a peer-to-peer network. Left hand side diagram, that is peer-to-peer communication. In peer-to-peer communication, each system is dedicated to another system and their both system works simultaneously. What is client server network? In this system, in this architecture, we have a centralized device. Using this centralized device, all the remaining devices are connected with a centralized device. Say for example, our server. All the computers are connected with server. Computer works as a client and server, that is a host server. Client may request to the server. Server will execute this request on behalf of client, create response, and further that response provided to the client as per the client's requirement. So there are two types of computer network, peer-to-peer network as well as client server network. Now there are some uses of computer network. First, resource sharing. We have plenty of resources in our computer network. Suppose in our college, there are so many electronic devices that may be connected with wired or wireless communication medium. As an example, printer, projector, Xerox machines, server, all the devices are connected with each other. And if you want to access a single device, then that is quite easy using computer network. Now I will give one example. Suppose we have a centralized printer. Okay, that printer may be shared among multiple departments, multiple systems. So there is no need to install printer. There is no need to purchase printer for individual department, individual offices. Rather than there is a centralized printer, and using this printer we can share printer to all the devices, all the system. That is a resource sharing. First, another one, highly reliable. See, if we are using a local system, then we have to compulsorily dependent on the storage device of local system only. Got it? Now, if the storage will full, completely used, then there is no option in local system. Rather than that, if we are using network environment, so if your local system, local drive is full, local storage has no capacity to more store your values, then automatically we can use the external devices. Another computer system. Another one. Second, unfortunately, if your local system is not working properly, then we can directly access the replicated copy, duplicate copy of our data from the server. That is highly reliable. Most of the companies and big enterprise are using this kind of facility provided by the computer network. Saving money. Obviously, if we are using network architecture, then it will automatically save the money. Like suppose as we discussed earlier, printer. So we have to purchase only a single printer. If we are using more expensive devices like firewall, internet accessibility device, firewall. Another one that is a sharing of internet from one department to another department, or load balancing systems, highly configured servers. All are expensive devices. If we are using a network, then there is a need to install a single device, and the installed device may be used for multiple systems, multiple departments. Another thing, if we have to maintain this device, then that is quite easy. We have to maintain a single device. That is also easy. So there is a benefit of network. Another one, that is scalability. Scalability provides ability to increase the system performance. Ability to increase the system performance. How it will increase the performance? Suppose we have 10 systems work in a group. 10 systems, 10 computers are working in a single group. Then we can use the computer processing power of each computer for a single process. Got it? If you want to print 1000 pages, then we can use all the system, all the computers to print this task. Another one, if you want to make some mathematical calculations, it has a complicated structure, and it has a time. It will take the timing like half an hour to calculate your data, statistical data. Then we can distribute a single task, distribute a task in subtasks, and all subtasks provided within a computer networked system. Then all the systems work for a single task, and it will accomplish within a 10 minutes, less time. So we can gradually increase the system performance. In another way, access to remote information. We regularly use of computer network and server in our computer lab also. If you want to store our database, if you want to store our daily assignment or text file or our task to the computer, then we are using remote server. So that is easy to access your information remotely. What is the benefit of this? If we are sitting in computer number 1 today, and tomorrow we have to sit on another computer, and we want a previous data, then we can access directly from the server. That is the remote information. Access to remote information occurs in many forms. One of the area where it is happening is access to financial institutes like bank. Many people pay their bills, manage bank account, and handle investment electronically. Today there are so many options to access your remote data, remote information, as well as there are so many options using this we can store our information, that is cloud storage. We will also discuss if time permits. Another uses of computer network, that is electronic mail. Mail, that is a communication medium. Using this we can pass our information from one node to another node. That is popularly known as email and widely used by millions of people to send your text message, photographs, audio as well as video to the other people or group of people. Currently we are also using for a Google Class. We directly intimate you. There is a one video lecture uploaded on your YouTube channel. Visit it, watch it, learn it, and reply to your concerned teachers, professors. Okay, so that is the use of electronic mail. Another one, and that is interactive entertainment. We can also use of a computer network for entertainment purpose. We have to store your entertainment resource in a single computer, and plenty of computers, many computers can access at the same time. That is the use of computer network. There are so many uses listed here. In your book There are also number of uses of computer network also mentioned, but using this we can also discuss another one, that is information and resource sharing. As I discussed earlier, we can also share information using this computer network. Suppose you want to chat, we have a chatting application, and using this chatting application we can make a scheduled plan or a meeting for next session. That is information sharing. Resource sharing, computer network allow organizations having units which are placed apart from the other. That is, they both are far distance, they have a distance. So sharing information is very effective manner. Programs and software in computer can be accessed by other computers linked to the network. It also allows sharing of hardware equipment like printers, scanners, etc. Another, retrieving remote information. Through computer networks, user can retrieve remote information on variety of topic. Google, just we have to type your query, and Google will provide a tremendous output. Okay, so Google has a server, and we all are connected using www, globally internet, and we are client, we are working as a client. We provide an instruction, a query to the server, and server, that is Google. Google will create a response for our query, and it will produce response for us. Okay, that is retrieving of remote information. Speedy interpersonal communication. If you want to communicate between two employees or our next level authorities, then there is a easy way to make the interpersonal communication, speed and volume of communication like never before. Electronics mail. E-commerce. Okay, that is a very good benefit of a computer network. Without computer network, we cannot make business. Computer networks has covered way for variety of business and commercial transactions online, popularly called e-commerce. E-commerce, Amazon. Using this particular application, we can make our transaction, purchase as well as sell. That is e-commerce. Users and organizations can pool funds, buy or sell items, pay bills, manage bank accounts, pay taxes, transfer funds, and handle investment electronically. All are the uses of e-commerce applications. Highly reliable systems. That means computer network allows system to be distributed in nature. Okay, as I discussed earlier, as I said earlier, if your system is crashed in between, your local system is crashed, then we can access the data using server. Cost effective system. Computer network have reduced the cost of establishment of computer system in organizations. Students, if you heard about terminal systems or terminal networks, in this particular architecture there is one server. All the applications and softwares are installed in a server, and remaining all clients have no processing capacity. They are known as dumb terminals. They just have to use the request, pass the request to the server. Server will handle all the requests in proper fashion and provide the output, response to the client. That is the cost effective manner. In this architecture, we just have to manage a server. Yes, there are some limitations of this server, this architecture. We have to continuously live in network connectivity. Another one, we have a very huge capability of a server to make the response of individual clients, and there are so many limitations also, but that is cost effective manner. And last one, another one, that is VoIP, VoIP, Voice over Internet Protocol, VoIP. We can pass our audio signals voice using internet network. Has a revolutionized telecommunication system. Through this, telephone calls are made digitally using internet protocol instead of regular analog phone lines. So these are the uses of computer network. Okay, these are the technically bookish uses of computer network: file sharing, printer sharing, communication and collaboration, organizations, shared internet access, data protection. File sharing, we can share our file for multiple users. Suppose you are putting one file, assignment file, on a server, and all the students can access this same copy of file. That is a file sharing. Printer sharing, as discussed, a single printer can be shared for multiple computers. Communication and collaboration, a network allows to communicate between two or more clients. As well as collaboration, we can exchange ideas, we can exchange thoughts. Organizations share address book, to-do list. Suppose our college wants to make a particular session plan, or wants to create a to-do list, activity list. For date 1 we are planning for this particular lecture, date 2, on date 2 we are planning for another subject lecture, and all the notes wants to publish on a network. That is easy. Shared internet access, we have a single internet connectivity from BSNL or GTPL, etc., whatever the network provider, network service provider, but we have a single source. Using this single source, we have to distribute on each client, each department. There is a sharing of internet access. Data protection, we can make easily backup of our computer system data on different storage devices. That is data protection. We can protect our data. Okay, thank you. In next lecture, in the next video, we will discuss about network services.